After a wild season and opening weekend to kick off Formula One's rules revolution, the attention turned to the Chinese Grand Prix as Mercedes rivals looked to bounce back. George Russell led a silver arrow 1-2 in Melbourne, following a thrilling back and forth duel with Charles Leclerc, which hinted Ferrari could be a match for Mercedes moving forward. As for McLaren and Red Bull, there's work to be done as the sport heads to Shanghai. So yeah, there's a lot going on. It's another early one this weekend with practice 1 and getting underway at 3:30 a.m. The sprint at 7:30 a.m. The sprint itself getting along at 3 a.m, qualifying at 7 and the race at 7, all in UK times. Obviously on Sky Sports with highlights on Channel 4, and in the US obviously on new Apple TV deal. But yeah, the Shanghai International Circuit was built on marshland and farmers' rice paddies in 2003 with no expense spared. Roughly 450 million was spent. The track layout is unique between turn 1 and 4 and said to be inspired by the Chinese symbol of Shang, meaning above or ascend. It's also home to one of the longest tracks on the calendar, 1.2 kilometres long, since the impressive structure on the edge of Shanghai has a total capacity of around 200,000. Final uniqueness of the is that each team has their own building rather than usual motorhomes. The buildings are designed to resemble the ancient Yuvan Gardens in Shanghai. And yeah, over the last 10 years, it's been a pretty good track for Mercedes, as you'd expect. Before, Red Bull have had a couple of wins, and Oscar Piastri obviously got the win last weekend. 56 laps of 5.4 kilometres. So that record still belongs to Michael Schumacher, but Hamilton has 6 wins here and 7 pole positions, so a good circuit for him. The weather March in Shanghai marks the transition from cold winter to spring, although temperatures aren't quite as high as you'd expect for a current Formula 1 weekend. It's around as high as 16 degrees with a small threat of rain. Last year, Piastri beat Lando Norris to win, as Hamilton's second appearance for Ferrari ended with a shock disqualification as he was adjudged to have an illegal car. Charles Leclerc was also disqualified. He finished 1 place above Hamilton, as well as Alpine's Pierre Gasly. Piastri led virtually every lap, and McLaren sealed a 1-2 with George Russell coming 3rd and Max Verstappen in 4th. But this year, Mercedes claimed a 1-2 in the opening races in Melbourne, although Ferrari's race pace and stance means they will likely to be in the battle. That being said, Mercedes are quicker on the straights, which could help them, obviously, on that long back straight. And on Friday, both in practice and sprint qualifying, it was pure domination from Mercedes and especially George Russell. He lines up on pole for the sprint race. Antonelli in 2nd, Norris in 3rd, which was surprising, but a good job from him, with Hamilton just behind in 4th, Piastri 5th and Leclerc 6th. So it looks like, McLarens are a bit more competitive, but it still feels like maybe Ferrari will have the advantage in race pace, but that will still probably be behind Mercedes. And Max Verstappen down in 8th for Red Bull, really struggling behind Gasly. So yeah, deeply disappointing for him. And before I go, my predictions for this weekend, I think, it's going to be really good for Russell as well. I think he'll be on top for most of the weekend. I think he'll get a pole and a sprint win. I think the Mercedes especially seems to be really, really good in qualifying. That's their main strength. And obviously on that back straight, I think even if the Ferrari do get him on the start, I think he will get past him. But I think Ferraris will be better here. It's not obviously his energy deployment focus, so maybe I can see them beating Antonelli and getting Hamilton and Ferrari a double podium. Obviously Hamilton's first podium since joining the team, which will give them a massive confidence boost, you'd say. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.